Have you seen that Call Her Daddy podcast with Chappell Roan? I was watching it. I felt so seen, so heard by Chappell. And then what do I see? The next day, everyone's trying to cancel for it. Well, I want to invite you into this Therapist Reacts video on Chappell Roan's Moms Are in Hell statement. And I want to say, she's right. Moms are in hell. As someone who's a mom, queer, and a therapist, I felt that deep in my body. Moms are in hell, and we need to stop pretending that we're not. But this channel is all about anxious moms, so I didn't want to leave you with moms are in hell, like that's it. Because that's not super helpful. I want to just talk about the exhaustion level and what are some survival tips for a mom to get a mom straight out of hell, right? And so here we go. Okay. Tip number one is da, 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 get a maid. Okay. Oof. Having a maid has been one of the most biggest self-care things I've ever done, ever. Okay. And it's funny in couples counseling, people would be fighting about like, he won't do the dishes. And I'm like, for what you're paying me, you could like pay someone to do the dishes, right? At times I had a maid that would come while I was gone. And when I would come home and the house was like pristine, it was like the biggest self-care thing ever. Now I'm like at home and the maids come, but they are amazing. Okay. So the exhaustion factor with moms is real. And it's not that you're lazy. It's just that we need to outsource your labor, okay? We need to buy our time back. And having someone clean your house can be so huge because we all know with babies and toddlers, it's impossible to do anything, especially clean. And so I remember my daughter would draw all over the walls. Like it was like we had a nice house, but living with a toddler, like they just wreck the place, right? And so having someone come put it back together so that you just like have to do dishes and laundry, you and your partner, right? Someone's helping you, that other parent in the room, right? Fingers crossed, y'all. Okay. Number two is that it takes a village. Okay. We've heard this. This is a parenting cliche, but it is so true. It takes a village to raise children. And I think that that's something that we've really become detached from is community and connection, especially after the COVID year. So if you don't have a village, then I'm inviting you to build one. Let's get on group chats, co-ops, mom groups. It's so important to have mom friends, especially moms that are a little bit ahead of you and that can kind of help you through the tough times, the developmental bursts, for better or for worse, the crazy stuff where you're like, is this normal? How do I handle this? That stuff, right? Now, I foreshadowed this one a little bit, but tip number three is weekly dates. Now, I get that this is a privilege, but literally for almost the past 20 years, I have been going on weekly dates with my partner. And that's like the only time we really get to have a deep conversation, to connect, to be romantic. And it's just so necessary. And I see so many parents who like have not been away from their kids for like years. And I'm like, how? Okay. How? Are you okay? Hey, are you okay? Like, how? How? I mean, like, how? How do you, how? Okay. So it cannot be said enough that whether it's a romantic, like, some of you might be single moms out there, hats off to all the single moms, but whether it's with your partner, your bestie, or yourself, that's also deserves its own tip. And we'll get to that in a minute. But book the babysitter, make it happen, call up grandma, do like a mom share. I've even seen single moms live together because they couldn't count on their men. And so they would sort of be a unit of two single moms raising kids together, which I think is kind of a beautiful paradigm as well. Okay, number four is therapy. Therapy, 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 couples therapy, individual therapy, family therapy. Super important because carrying everyone's needs in your nervous system is unsustainable. Okay. Make you pull your hair out. Okay. Do not recommend. Okay. Therapy is super important just to have a place to like spill it all, to be like, listen to what happened this week. Super necessary to have a place where you have a soft place to fall. Love it. So number 5 is mom's day out. Okay, so this is not an option. Mom needs a day out. We need to recharge or we're going to rebel. Okay, so we really need to make that a priority. Alone time, self care time. A lot of churches do a mom's day out, which is like cheap, affordable daycare. It's usually like once or twice a week. Highly recommend. Oh, my light went off again. um, super necessary. So I get as a mom, it can be really hard to lead your like little precious baby infant. I'm a trauma therapist. I understand all the fears of leaving your precious baby with other people. And it's an absolute must. Like, you need it. It has to happen. Okay. So we need to find safe individuals. We need that community support, that little village hug, right? Um, we need some kind of mom's day out. So you can define what you're comfortable with. I often recommend the mommy time out, where it's like when your kids get to a certain age where they can be safely left alone, instead of giving them a timeout, like giving yourself the mom's timeout, or maybe you're like sitting in the bathroom, because that's usually where moms get their private time. Not always, because the kids bust in there too. But maybe you're like, you know, sitting on the toilet, drinking your coffee while it's warm. I don't know. The simple pleasures in life, right? Something where it's just like you can just have a minute to like breathe. Okay. As I mentioned a little earlier, overachiever here. Clearly, you don't get a PhD without being an overachiever. It's just, it's part of the damage, right? But let me just say, motherhood is not a performance. Like, mic drop there. Sit your ass down, okay? It's not a performance. You're not going to get a medal for it. You need to pace yourself. Those of us that are overachievers are living life like a sprint, where we're like busting it out, right? And I mean, literally when I'm filming this, it's like 9:48 in the morning, and I've already been up and at 'em for a couple of hours, taking my kid to school, getting dressed, doing lunches, getting ready for school, having team meetings, filming a YouTube video, like all the things, right? Probably a lot of y'all haven't done that before 10 o'clock, right? But why? Why can I do all that? Because I have a lot of support, okay? But let me just say, as a mom, do not be an overachiever, man. The mom guilt is real. I have a whole YouTube channel based around mom guilt, because it is that deep. The guilt, the guilt factor. That's the light in the eyes thing, okay? That's the not feeling like a human, is because we've got these superhuman expectations on us. So don't do it. Don't be an overachiever. I know it's hard. Just to double down on that one, number 7 is slow down. Okay, this is a great way to be mindful. Mindfulness is all about slowing down. It's also a great way to break through the overachiever vibes, is to really get to the point where we can just be in the moment, okay? Because motherhood is this weird, it's like they say the days are long, but the years are short. Oh, that choked me up, y'all. Okay, my tween mom face is coming out, but it goes by really fast, and babes don't keep, and if you're not present for it, then it'll just be gone very quickly. So do yourself a favor and just like hold that little baby, and don't give a shit what your house looks like, and just like be in the moment and just kind of enjoy it while it lasts, because babes don't keep. Okay, so urgency is a trauma response, and we need to set the pace, okay? And no matter how much you love your kids, they're going to copy what you do to you. So if you're self-neglecting, they're going to have self-esteem issues down the road. So we need our moms to be like whole, happy people, following this roadmap. Number 8 is my Oreo analogy. And someone said this to me, and kind of like the Chappell Roan quote, it just felt so profound. And it was basically like trying to have a clean house with a toddler is like trying to eat Oreos while brushing your teeth. So what do you got? A bunch of Oreos. It's impossible. You can't brush your teeth while you're eating Oreos. It defeats the purpose. Well, How many of these are about clean houses? The struggle is real, y'all, moms. You know, you get me. Like, our surroundings affect our mental health. And if our house isn't clean, I mean, it's a good aspirational goal to have, but it's just like not freaking possible with a kid. I mean, it's like the beige moms. How do they get off with all these beige things? Like, it's like when people have white couches. Like, how the hell? I don't even wear white. I can't even wear a white shirt. I could never have a beige cat. A white couch, a beige, a white and a beige couch, a white couch. Never. Okay. So just let go. Just let go of the expectations. One of the things I tell my new moms is get ready to lower your expectations. And I know that sounds like a little bit of a Chappell-esque harsh truth bomb, but like literally that's one of my best advice because like, you can't function as a person. The mom brain is real. It's so you will orient on your baby. And it's just one of those things that like we just need to let go. Let go of expectations. Let go of judgments. Let go of the clean house myth, right? There's more to life than a clean house. Okay. Number 9 is sleep. I think I can speak to this one because my child did not sleep regularly for 5 years, 0 to 5, especially the first couple of years when I was nursing. Lack of sleep. I literally felt so out of it from interrupted and lack of sleep that I just was barely hanging on. So sleep is not selfish, it's medicine. We need you to get sleep. We need you, like, you know, a lot of times, especially if we're like in the infancy stage, a lot of the dads maybe are working. Sometimes moms are working too, but we're still expected to get up with the baby. I think another dynamic that's really hard is depending on whatever age it is, a lot of times the babies or kids want the mom. They don't want the dad. Well, why don't they want the dad? Partly probably because the mom is the primary caregiver. But I think that that doubles down on the lack of sleep, the heavy caretaking responsibilities, and it's just no good for anyone. I remember, this is a quick little story I tell. So I remember being like maybe 3 to 6 months in with my baby, and I was so sleep deprived that I think my husband brought me toast, but he brought me like a steak knife instead of like a regular knife. And so I was like, oh, I like can't. I was like, I need a regular knife, and I go to like hand it to him, and he goes to reach down at the same time, and I almost like accidentally stabbed him in the eye. Thankfully he wears glasses, but I like had this moment, and I was like, oh, is this my buried mom rage? Like I can't. I'm like I almost like blinded my husband. What the like I need to get out. And so I ran away to Asheville and had a mom's day out. And then when I came back home, my husband was like, that was hard having the baby 24 hours. Wow, what have you been going through? So that's another tip for moms. Like if your husband is not as active as you would want him to be, or baby daddy, try leaving the baby with him. Give him the primary caregiver responsibility. He'll have a lot more empathy for you. And it's necessary. It takes a village, right? And then, you know what number 10 is going to be? It has to be pleasure and orgasms. Yes, you're allowed to feel good. Especially as a mom in the beginning stages, it's so easy to like want to turn your sexuality off, especially as might be breastfeeding, as you're being touched a lot. It's like you want that to be a really pure experience for your kids, but like the answer to that is not turning off your sexuality. It's really about learning that if mama's not happy, ain't nobody happy, okay? And orgasms, in whatever form they come, are a great stress reliever. They're great self-care, and it's just really important to like touch yourself, reclaim yourself. Get that? Maybe that's why the moms don't have the light in their eye. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's a good note to end on here, but let's give you some closing wisdom. You are not the problem, the system is. Okay. But you are the medicine. Let yourself receive. Part of the problem with being a mom is we're giving, 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 and then we get like stuck in that overdrive of giving when we want to receive, okay? We want to receive attention and compliments and presence and love and pleasure, right? We want all the good things in life. So, comment below, which tip do you need the most right now? I'm trying to think which one I need the most right now. Alone time, probably. Okay, next up, I'll be reacting to more cultural moments that expose the lie of perfect motherhood. So if you're an anxious mom, I've got you. I've got tons of strategy for therapy-esque healing stuff, pleasure stuff. I've got you. I want moms to feel good, and I want moms making money so that we can come together for world peace and harmony. When moms have power and money and we have the light in our eyes, that's the kind of world I want to live in. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're just getting into the pleasure thing, like, I'm a mom, I'm supposed to have pleasure. Like, that feels like, ooh, can I say the word pleasure? I've got the ebook for you. Go download it in my description. And if you want to bring back that glow, that little light in your eyes, go get my favorite course offering, Glow, which is all about feeling good, loving yourself, orgasmic living, and winning mindset. The key, to as Chappell said, getting that light back in your eyes. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.